A series of natural gas leaks over the last 2 years and deteriorating equipment at a Los Angeles Department of Water and Power plant in Sun Valley have prompted new questions about the plant and calls to shut the station down. The most recent leaks were discovered on July 16 and August 7, both in the early afternoon, after investigators from Pasadena's Jet Propulsion Laboratory detected methane emissions during research drone flights over the 67-year-old Valley Generating Station. Those flights were part of JPL's greenhouse gas monitoring program, which has been working with the state on an unrelated study on methane emissions from local industrial facilities and power plants that have been escaping into the local air. JPL informed DWP of the latest emissions on Friday, prompting questions from the commission as to why the public had not been more informed of leaking at the station and just how much of the methane, a powerful greenhouse gas and component of natural gas, had escaped. In a statement this week, DWP officials characterized the leaks as incidental, not subject to regulation or permitting violations. But such leaking was enough for the agency to require compressor units at the aging Valley site to be completely overhauled in 2015, with the goal of reducing emissions. Officials said environmental specialists are monitoring to make sure the emissions are not exceeding dangerous thresholds. Managers this week said they were not aware of any such thresholds being breached. Even with the overhaul, a statewide study of emissions released in July found that the Valley site, along with others throughout the state, were potential sources of so-called fugitive emissions, which occur when burning natural gas or fossil fuels in the process of generating electricity, according to the DWP. DWP officials told the board this week that the agency knew that gas was leaking via the compressors at the facility, and that they were in the planning stages of fixing them as they saw a steady rise in leaks. "This is something we were aware of, had a plan in place and are executing that plan," said DWP General Manager Martin Adams, who added that it is expected that compressors generally fail over time. "Not that a methane leak is good. But it's not something that we were not aware of and not addressing." Officials said they did not know the extent of the leaks until September, when a study in conjunction with the Electric Power Research Institute (EPRI) found that leaks were escaping at 10,606 standard cubic feet per hour. Ultimately, they learned the leaks went back the last couple years. Officials said monitors generally aren't put on compressors to measure for leaks. But the challenge, they said, was that maintenance had been deferred and doing the work would have required taking the plant offline during high-demand summer months. Based on the spring report's findings, LADWP developed a plan to repair the equipment,